morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to Premium Express right here on Premium TV. Today happens to be 28th of January, and gradually, by the grace of God, we're going to an end of the month. It means the Lord has seen us through. He's been good to us, and His mercies has always been with us as well. Today we are here to discuss issues concerning the nation as well. So many issues to be discussed. Today we'll be discussing about Ghana and then filth surrounding the nation. Some group of people has come out to say that Ghana is very dirty, and so the ordinary Ghanaians need to change their attitude. Still to come, we'll be discussing the late Jerry John Rawlings. He was finally laid to rest yesterday, and then some matters arising about the late Jerry John Rawlings as well. Recently, there's a woman who came out to say that she's the first daughter of the late Rawlings. Recently as well, about 2 days ago, a man has also popped up that he's also the first son of the late Jerry John Rawlings. We'll be getting deep into these issues with videos as well, and then we'll be discussing it for you to know what is happening. Don't forget to like and follow our page on Facebook. It is Premium TV Ghana. On YouTube as well, you can subscribe and then follow us. We'll be going for a quick break. When we come back, we'll be discussing all these issues right here on Premium Express. Stick and stay. Alright, welcome back from the commercial break. You're still watching Premium Express right here on Premium TV. To our first story, a group of people called Universal Rehabilitation Center, the director, called Mr. Emmanuel Adai, has come out to say that Ghana is very dirty because Ghanaians have not changed our attitude towards cleanliness in the country. Therefore, we need to change our mind and our attitude so that we can make Ghana also clean as well. Comparing some cities like Accra and then Kumasi with some areas he claims to be very, very filthy, and therefore Ghanaians need to change their mind about it. My panelists are seated, and so quickly we will go and then discuss what is happening. Obecha, bibi aboko. Na said ya washe tuntum yi de. Nisen munti na tuntum yi washe.
Papa. Ye nyina ya die nyina. Flight Lieutenant Jerry John Rawlings. Wow ni de ekoso. Nti wo say eja me morning ni bi. Wo ho.
No kre. I'm saying nyina ye wo. My boss. Good morning. I hope all is well.
By His grace, we are still alive and kicking, so we give Him the glory.
Of course. Once we are able to be here, it means grace has found us.
Yes.
All right, so quickly, let me come to you, to our discussion. There's Mr. Dai, who is the director of Universal Rehabilitation Center, has come out to say that Ghana is very dirty. Therefore, we need to change our mind, because comparing Accra and Kumasi, some various areas in these cities, he claims that these areas are very, very dirty, and therefore Ghana needs to do something about it. What do you think?
Let me take this opportunity to send a warm greetings to our cherished viewers out there. We pray that the Almighty God Himself should keep showering His blessings upon them as they keep having time for the show.
That's right.
Coming to the issue, I think, sir, I agree with him. You know, sometimes it's very difficult to admit and agree with the truth.
That's right.
There is a saying, sir, when the truth falls down, it vibrates, but it doesn't change anything apart from the fact. let us not forget say this same country, a former president of America came out to say Ghana is a shithole country. We all came out and lambasting, he's attacking the republic, this and that. But at the end of the day, let's ask ourselves what the former president said. Was it a fact or is a mere rumor? That is a fact. You see, we were in this country when the president of the nation, I'm talking about His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, he told us, I think before his last term ended, that within before the end of the 4 years, Accra will become the cleanest city, not in Ghana, not in West Africa, but in Africa.
Okay.
And because of this, we were in this country when he came out with the Ministry of Sanitation here and there. But brother, let's be fair with ourselves. What is the work of the Ministry of Sanitation? What has ministry achieved so far? You go to Makola, you go to Agbogloshi, and you see rubbish everywhere. People drinks and they throw the waste everywhere on the street. Gone are the days when I think during the era of former President Kufuor, when the Vice President, the late Ali Muhammad, came out with indiscipline on our roads, this and that, and we realized that all this rubbish sanitation issue came down a bit. Ghana was a bit cleaner than it is today. But as we speak now, I have no option than to agree with the professors. I hope
I get you.
I have no option
what you're
than
saying.
to agree with the professor. Say, indeed, Ghana is very, very dirty. This is the Ghana we say we have a ministry in charge of sanitation. But what are they doing? We, like I said earlier, we all witnessed the era when Zoom Lion came into being. I think so about fresh, things were going on well. Bola Fonabo, Favola, they will pick this and that. But today, it's not there. And let us not forget that sometimes it has to do with how much they charge for people to go and throw their waste bins away. Because some people said nobody cronibi. How much money will they do? So sometimes people will be walking with their polythene, they get to a nearby kiosk, they just lift it there, leave it there, and they go. So I think this one is, we should not only blame the government, we should also blame ourselves, because when we say government, it's not just about the ministers or the executive or the legislation. It's about all of us. We form the government.
That's right.
If we discipline ourselves enough to know, say, this is our country, it is only us who can make it better. That's right. No foreigner will come from anywhere to make Ghana better for us. This is a young guy. So I think he's right. He's right. And it's up to us to throw a challenge to him and prove him wrong. Say, even though today Ghana is dirty, we can still make Ghana better.
Yes, we can still make Ghana better. Very soon we will be getting Mr. Adai on the line, and then we speak to him as to what he really meant by that and their project about. If indeed Ghana is dirty, what are they also doing as an organization to that as well? Obecha, my ending comment. Dr. Adai say Ghana eye fi pa. Wujitum.
Mejitum.
Net sani sen hunti.
Mejitum pa. Esa se me dansuma brono mpo a mete so. Bia bi wo ho ase me de wo kɔ ho obeka se ho na etu ball agu. Dansuma no. The whole dansuma. Me do ko gina wo sesi a unya home krampo na wa home. What you say? It's no Ghana de fidie ye bi. Ye bi pa metikemu Trotsky a me free ejuma a me kofie. Police ni ogina kwan ho a wo twa kwan. Okita pia otaroba wa no mawie na me hwe no. Wa moamwa ni se. Eti ka obi si na ogina ho no mo. Me hwe no onim se me hwe. Me wan se we jemu bre wa fa ne na ho atofom. Eti police ni nti wo sa police ni na wo yese mi na me hu no. Me no den na me ye. Wo police ni betumi aya. Me yakom na. Metumi aya abrosa. Ma chechire ho bola. Egu robem e da kwakosi baby.
But Obecha wunim say the fact that ono ye no en kire say e wo say yes so. Nemum say ebia ono no ye aban ni papo wafom a ye betumi a kire no. Say So what from enti ya de papa.
Good.
It doesn't give us the right say
Oh,
so say.
Onye obi a na dwen se ne ebi a menu mienu ye ne ye dwen. What you say? Obi adwen wo fom, obi adwen wo soro. Obu wo ha osua afiri obi ho. Obu wo ha osua afiri ono nkasa ne ho. What you say? Etimi mi obi a mesua afiri obi ho a ma akoye den. Ma akọ sua afiri ne ho no na ma ye bi. What you say? Eti Ghana de fi de bi papa.
All right, so I'll
What
still
you say?
ask my producers to get Mr. Adai and then, if possible, Honorable Cecilia Dapa, Minister for Sanitation, so that we can speak to these two people and then know what they are really doing about the debt. Because if you claim there's debt in the country, I mean, you have to do something about it, and that is the more reason why you are the minister, and so you need to put policies and other structures in place so that this whole debt that everybody seems to be complaining about Ghana can be a thing of the past. And so let's see if we can still get these two people on the line, that is Mr. Dai or Honorable Cecilia Dapa, so that we can speak to them as well. Obechan to Asumami.
Eti broni bi so wo ho no mo a efi ni de untumi nya den enka etunu se krom ha mpanifo mo do mo na besi fom na se bebi a ho ye fi no because o hwe bebi a mpanifo ne tete a omo mpotem mu eye fi ni ho saa onim saa because omo no ebia no ma fa nkrofo bi wo a omo ye den omo hwe what you say nkrofo bi a omo prapra sam potem on mo de ma na wadwen ya so ye ho ye ne ye so ye ntumi mboa ye ho den na mo ye de aboa ye enti mpanifo ne be sere se omo de omo nan besi fom no maboa ama oman no etumi afa ne toma pa efra eba ne se ye bedi ye ho nia what you say because say yetumi aboa ama good sanitation ekoso okromo anu mu se ya ye be kon kan pa
Mr. Julius, let me come to you. I mean, I believe there was a time that Zumi Lion came into existence to help killing them. What happened to Zumi Lion killing in our street and our neighborhood?
You see, let's be truthful to ourselves. You know, when Zoom Lion came, as if that is not enough, the government at the time, what he did was they placed bins across every street, especially in Accra here, because I have been in Accra for so long, so I will speak about Accra. Right. So whenever you drink, there is a bin there that you have to put the waste in. But you know what? Ghanaians are so funny, they say, bins that are meant for plastics. People have refuse for about 1 week, 2 weeks in their homes. They will just tie it and they will get to the bin and they will put it inside the dustbin. So what you say? Forget to say.
Yeah. I think there's. I think that we have Mr. Adai on there.
Oh, okay.
Hello, Mr. Adai. Good morning and welcome to Premium TV. Hello, Mr. Adai. Hello, Mr. Adai. Good morning and welcome.
Morning. Let's say.
Yami Admo, now swear. Me bacha oti mi ne.
Hello.
Oh, hello, Mr. Adai, what's in car? Okay. Me mo kwa ba e de ba Premium TV so. Yo. Mr. Adai, ya nti ya se wo di se bia betu dwa se ye Ghana yo man bia efi wo mu pa. Na wakoye director yi na e wo se me fro na me nu di hu kita ho se aso ne sign enti na wo di sign se mu e betu dwa. Anan mpo e den na wo ye wo afam e di aboa o man Ghana.
Starting free foraging. National me to wɔn gu mu wɔnkyɛn so Ghana fa na nyina 16 regions no na ho hyɛ sɛnka yɛhwɛ anka bono bibi te sɛ sunwan na nanka ɛhɔ no amonidin no ɛyɛ na sɛ amonidin no sunwan ɛpɛgya ɛyɛ pai nti na kyɛ sɛ ɔmo kɔ the whole Ghana na yɛho sɛ efin akra na ɛyɛ capital ɛyi no kora no ɛtae wokɔ nyamea baabi a yɛde yɛ politics baabi yɛho sɛ afewei no ɛsɛ sɛ yɛsɔre gyina ne yɛkotia efin ɛno nti na yɛde to amansan yi so sɛ Ghana afewei mu no ɛsɛ sɛ yɛsɔre tia efin nti saa yɛnya bɛɛ 5 years going no na Ghana efin amene yɛ a yɛde yɛ ho a yɛntumi ɛnyɛ yɛn.
Mr. Dai, sani awo ka sɛ wati ku a wo so wo bɛboa ɛyɛ efin no wama ya gye ato mu sɛ efin wɔ Ghana ɛde kyerɛ sɛ wakɔyɛ wo hwehwɛ mu ɛna wo de aba na wakɔyɛ ekuo yi ɛdɛn na wo so wo yɛ ɛde aboa ɛyɛ efin na ɛwɔ Ghana no
yo ɛno na mehyɛ aseɛ meka sɛ sese kane no deɛ ne yɛ mea ɛyɛ volunteer work ɛyɛ mea na mene me nkɔla na ɛyɛ a akankasa no yɛ sɛ ɔbaakofo ntumi ɛnsa ntumi nkata nyame ani ɛti sɛ aban no ne ankorankora ne akoko bi bɛtumi aboa asɔ reversafo mu a yɛbɛtumi ayɛ adwuma no ama no atem kama deɛ di kae deɛ ɛtɔ so bie mu nso ɛyɛ sɛ yɛde nhyɛ because Ghana yɛ kuro bi a woanhyɛ yɛyɛ a asɛ deɛ yɛyɛ yɛnhu sɛ yɛbɛyɛ ne yie ade ntra ɛfisɛ sɛ mepɛ sɛ yɛtare de kuro bi te sɛ Rwanda mfie bɛɛ atwa mu ni na ɔmo nni hwɛsofoɔ na kuro no ayɛ bibi basaa nyenyenyan ba ɛmmerɛ a ɔmo nya Paul Kagame a ɔbaeɛ no ɛnɛ yɛde Rwanda twa Africa mpoa wotumi sɛ ɔsi kuro no mu a ɛfɛ kama a Ghana yɛyɛ kɔnta kyerɛ wɔ mo adɛ ne yɛbɛma afii amene yɛn ɛnti sɛ yɛtumi nya nhyɛ bi ne yɛde to so minister MPs because Ghana yɛ politics no ɛyɛ too much.
Mr. Dai, metumi ni wedding. Mami bisa wo sɛ ɛyɛ dwuma yi a wo de asi w'ani so sɛ oyɛ megye di sɛ ɔmampani ate Ministry of Sanitation. Na dwuma die wakɔ ho ɔmo wo ne ɔmo adi ho nsaw so sɛ nea wopɛ sɛ woyɛ aso ɔmo wɔ mmoa bi ɔmo de bɛboa wo.
Yɛnya afɛ na wɔyɛ na aba na wo so so mu station yɛ kɔ akyiri. Because yɛ ka ministry no adwene ne sɛ bi a bibi ne nka ba mo kan no na yɛde abɛto a mo kan no ɛbɛma ɔmo ahu sɛ ampa ɛsɛ sɛ deɛ universal yɛ afei ate sɛ dawuro no kɔntimmoa bi a ɔmo bɛtumi de abɛboa yɛyɛ a na ɔmo de abɛboa nti ɔmo to ɔmo nsa frɛ yɛyɛ a na yɛkɔ because woka sɛ wokɔ a akɔka a ɔmɛka sɛ asɛ we are joking.
Mr. Dai, mami bisa wo sɛ sɛdeɛ wayɛ nhwehwɛmu ahu sɛ ampa Ghana efin wɔ ha yi wayɛ nhyehyɛeɛ bi de asi hɔ a wotumi de kɔ Ministry of Sanitation na mobɛka sɛ ɛneɛ yɛhwɛ wei so na yɛaboa wo sɛ mefa no sɛ bi a wayɛ w'adwene sɛ bi a station bi a wobɛprovide dustbin anaasɛ ebi a wobɛma nkurɔfoɔ wobɛyi nkurɔfoɔ a mobɛprapra station bi a na yɛ mpɔtam wode nhyehyɛeɛ bi saa to hɔ a wobɛtumi de akɔhu ministry no ama ɔma so asene.
Anka overtra the far to do say the whole kind of as they say you pass what yes I say district bia region bia your district or your local your it's ya say ya ye be ba and katedi mo na aka say they can say the papa ko and say to me katenya me.
Okay say the waka no de eto asomo yie pa na yɛn so yɛbɛbɔ yɛn ho mmɔden sɛ anyɛ hwee koraa no ebedu ɛyɛ ministry n'anim na nhyehyɛeɛ ɔmo nso ɔmo wɔ no ɔmo de abɛboa mo na mami ansa na mɛma wakɔ no ɛyɛ ekuo na awoda ano no mo dwumadie nkasa ne sɛn efi sɛ ɛfa ɛna wobɔ ho tɔfa sɛ ɛyɛ mo pɛ sɛ mo yɛ cleaning wei na ekuo no dwumadie bɛn nkasa na mo di.
Mama no nka me mema baako
Me that's it.
Yɛkuo no yɛdi kae yɛhwɛ nyanka ne nsia.
Okay.
Yɛtɔ so deɛ mmesa wɔ rehab a yɛsan tete kokeefoɔ. Ɔmo a ɛnom drugs. A ɔmo adwene mu ɔmo nom koke wii ne nsa. Yɛsan so hwɛ yɛfrɛ no sɛ yɛhwɛ gɛta child labour. Ɛtutum sɛ yɛwɔ nneɛma bebree wɔ yɛkuo no mu. Ebi na makeka akyerɛ mo wɔ no.
Okay. Okay. Na me gidi sɛ Mr. Dai we deɛ me gidi sɛ ɛyɛ kuo mua a wopɛ sɛ wɔbɔ ɔman Ghana na yɛbɛbɔ mpaeɛ sɛ adom yɛ adom a ebi a ɛda yɛn anim bi yɛbɛto nsa frɛ na waba yɛn studios na yɛne wɔn atwetwe wo kuo no ho nkɔmmɔ yie paa sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ a wɔn ani so ade mu na wɔwɔ no ɛbɛtumi abɔ ɔman Ghana yɛda ase sɛ yɛto nsa frɛ wɔn no gye tum na wɔn yɛdi nkɔmmɔ mepatwɛ yɛfrɛ yɛn Premium TV mepatwɛ ane mepatwɛ yɛfrɛ me Nana Yɛboa mepatwɛ ane biribi ani ane yɛdi nkɔmmɔ me so meda ase. All right, so that was Mr. Yadai, the director of Rehabilitation Center that we just spoke to, and I believe he gave us the whole insight about what the group is about and their vision for Ghana. Let me come to Obecha, but Obecha and Ameba also know. We want to try and then get Honorable Cecilia Dapa on the line as well, and then speak to her as to the policy that they are also making for Ghana to make it a clean country as well. We are still working hard, and very shortly we will get Honorable on the line for you. Obecha, my member also. Nya papa ikai. Would you say a dream pa empo and was a ministry no son as any?
Bema a dream papa a dream pa. Because it must say the day is some at the Magana as some. But I say, Nenny Swadu as papa. It's ministry no some bet me a buana. Among Conomco son as say, no mumboa, send a bear Ghana no, Yakasa Ghana, cleanest country. Indeed, it is. What I say, Yakasa Ghana dear, a bano neatness and number one, a end to me boa, because says I'm an occasion, but tell me who on ma. So catch show be said, what's a one more. Like I said, and they won't do money. What I say, but Unoka show be said, what's a Ghana, Brown be one more, Castle, what's a one more, or the need the heading, amount. Because Sabiano, or Muso Mujo Muni, Sabian environment in here very clean. What I say, Menoka Semcasho be sent to East Lagona, Mose and dear Charlie, go away. But Mikacho be said, Ebia mete Abroso Kaizongo, Arazo, go away, maybe a tea. What I say, it's in young poor, Nasi, or big Casabia mete Hampo, I say, Ghana cronin now, why you fit. Because Ebia no Madame Fubi Casawa outside country. No person back Ghana Hanu say, or no him how black American and answer white. No person back Ghana Hanu say. Now, Omombo, no Macaso. Abroso can ye baby a hoye fee. Dasuma ye baby a hoye fee, and I say a baby a hoye fee, and high baby a hoye fee. Now, no Madame for no Casana Catenso, Metabroso can zongo. To Obabla Betnaminche. Osha said, Power, Sena baby a hoye near a Babatanawinche. But I just say, Hotel man and non Cotana. Baby, Obinian assumed baby environment near the air clean. Into young bois, send a bear, a man there some night. A bim, send a bear, Cassa Ghana. Just say, I find to my pie day. Ifra.
Coming to you, Mr. Julius. Per the vision of this honorable man, do you think it is necessary that the government comes to his aid, or probably the corporate society can also help him to achieve this aim?
Yeah, I think so. First of all, he has come to, confirmed the fact that he did not sit at the comfort of his house to just come out and say Ghana is dirty. He made it clear during the interview, said he has gone around the 16 regions. And penny surveying some of the regions like the Bono regions, they are now, making efforts to make sure say the region is a bit cleaner. And so it's not about Africa. He said it clear, say it's not about Africa, it's about Ghana. He has made it clear. I think say Ghana has become like he said, a group maybe we need force.
That's
Share
right.
only in the time of town council. You can't just say town council for bar. Paper crowd like that win, you go and take. But it's like the authorities have relaxed. So people are doing whatever they want. You ask whether the government should go and support him or not. Why should we wait for him to come out and say this is what it before we support him? They say no through the apart. Anything. This is the motive, and he made it clear. Say he has spoken to some of the authorities, the ministry here and there. They will not give him hearing because after all, maybe say be like he said, skipping or kwakopa and that's way. But at least even so, Pepes Kakra go into his documentations. If he's truly a registered entity or institution, I only registrar general way. In the past, that will tell you whether it's in for your money or it's in for serious business.
That's right.
Because the BIA and I can take a way, I was up and I say, and away will. Sometimes you won't send it pay or Buam or minor so you have to go and support the person.
That's right.
Like the man is saying, he has good intentions for the country. Must we wait?
I mean, to the extent that he has another aspect that they even deal in arresting of drug dealers and other stuff. It means
he's trying every possible best to make sure that Ghana becomes a very peaceful and a very
nice place to live.
Very nice place for all of us to live in.
That's right.
So what is the government doing? These are the things that the government has to support. And then they will be around the they can know trust to be and they will say, yeah, program what you see that by the support too because such a big deal. No. Things that will develop the country and make Ghana a better place and a neat and cleaner place for all of us is what they should invest in.
All right, so things that will make Ghana a better place are the things that the government needs to invest. Quickly, I'll read some messages and then we continue. But we are still trying our best to get Honorable Cecilia Dapa on the line so that if anything, we can also discuss with her as well and then know her plans for the country. This one says that Amamede says, watching you guys. All right, thank you for watching us every day. Francis Ajay, Mensa Francis Ajay says that look, airport and surroundings, Bema camp is almost clean area. Besides, Adenta very clean. Francis, we are not dealing with certain areas alone. We are talking about Ghana as a whole. Even if there's one place clean and the rest of the country is not clean, Ghana is not clean. We are not talking about certain areas. Let me still go to. Okay, Francis again says you can't pick a particular area and disregard Ghana as dirty country. Wow, Francis, are you really in Ghana? All right. Nanaya Opon says, good morning Premium TV. I'm watching you live from the USA. Nanaya, good morning as well. We know that you always watch us from the USA. I mean, of course. Thank you for watching us from the USA every day. Yeah. All right. Akwesi Asante Kisi Raymond says, good morning Ghana, good morning Premium TV. Good morning to you, Akwesi. We are still trying our best to get Honorable on the line. But before that, quickly, one minute. Obecha, 1 minute. Mamenya ni 30 seconds. Then I will catch Ghana for ahomedium.
Pacho. Yendi yemuni. Because yare prepare by any ade. Utumu say if ye den eka ho. It's in yendi yemuni.
That's right.
What you say?
That's right.
Because the Bible says cleanliness is next to godliness. What you say? It's yendi yemuni. Bible no krampo aka say ehunya die eye dia and the yendi yemuni. Ati ase send the beya beboa ama oman no etumpo e mama ye ntwan so bi ba be ka kye say we got am ye finji wo yi so a wo de go abonte a na wo say yi anua ne free ma e bo na wo say yi anua ne free ma no yi anua no e wo say sabola ne free ma no asesa menji na fe ngu ufie nanim ana se kwa ho ne gya ho no mo saa ye nye ne saa wo yi a na apade no asese egum say wo betwen bola ka ne ba na so de ba mo mo na o de amom. What you say?
All right, 30 seconds.
Yeah, I think my sister has said it. Charity, they say, begins at home.
Yeah.
That's right.
We are begging and we are pleading with Ghanaians. Ghana and FMI. If you so if you mind, or more train, say 3 months now, so better no more parky baller. You so to no they go got them. We are begging them. They should make sure Ghana become a safer and a neater place for all of us.
All right. Let's make sure Ghana becomes a neater and then a safer place for all of us. That says one of my panelists. And indeed, we all have to work together as a nation and then make it clean because whatever we do, it is for Ghana. At the end of the day, Ghana that is needed. And when Ghana becomes the cleanest city, country, everybody will love to be in Ghana. Recently, there was year of return, and you all saw the number of people that came to the country. And so, if we should work towards our debt and make the country very clean, trust me, we'll have more people to visit our country and our tourist areas to make more money for the country as well. On this note, we'll be going for a quick break. When we come back, we'll be discussing. Finally, the former president of the Republic of Ghana, Flight Lieutenant Jerry John Rawlings. The commercial break, you're still watching Premium Express right here on Premium TV. There's another issue to be discussed. That is, finally, the late president of the Republic of Ghana has been laid to rest. I'm talking about former president, Flight Lieutenant Jerry John Rawlings. We'll be going to watch the video. I mean, how he was laid to rest. Some displayed by the military men and other people as well. I mean, but there was a time that people were running all from Independence Square to 37, following the corps to 37. There were people riding bikes, following the corps to 37. And you could see that there were people as well standing by the roadside, I mean, saluting this man. It tells Ghana that this man indeed has a history. Indeed, he is a legend for the country. Abecha, what question to me? The Mamindi Canberra also. Finally, JJ, yeah, they know akoto babia. Nyame frɛ na I was here de no koto. Yeah, but me pese ye en nyama ben na wo kai fa eye Rawlings ho. Hindi no ho nkom.
Papa we. Obi ono ndwe obi ho. Onfo obi asem nye den enhye ni. Emfa ho ni mesia, obesia ye. I was so kasi w'anim a obeden, obeka si w'anim.
Sa.
Ono no anya ade bia kwam. Oje ni pete mu obi ehu sese. Sa papa we, oye be me bia He's a man of his words. Nenije abribia nenije. What you say? Abribia na neniaje. Onu ne busuafo. Empo nsema ye boni ankrofo ye den. Ekafa an ho krampo no. Eno no nye problem. But dodo na eye papa. Otumi hu se ni buta ye odi ye nyema bi mu no. Eye ni papa ye mu a. Nti no ye sa. Sa papa we die ye nya ne seso e wo Ghana bi mu.
That's right.
Empo tam oye mbrantie oye abrantie e be pim ne kokra brem no no dia ko wuo mu ye nya ne seso.
I mean yenya enkrofo a omadi no ho adanse yie pa
Yes.
to the extent that Queen Elizabeth even tweeted. I mean, she was very shocked and finally came to realize that indeed the legend is gone.
Even Peter Odechi.
They say yes, Peter Odechi as
Yeah.
well. Prince Charles also tweeted,
You see.
and then former president of Ivory Coast. I mean, even to him, or say October. I don't know. Rollins didn't come. Now you say was able to me a fan. So shame go for ya Eddie Rollins one dance here. Then you know.
Ekese oye ni papa. Ya kase eni papa oye bi. What you say? Ono no onya ade kukuem. Na waka se wedi ne ho yaw. Ono no oya ade oman ni na ebenya mfaso aye den. Efrim. What you say? Onya ade e be favor ono ne busuafo nko a. Oya ade oman ni nyina obi abenye bi. So we ya kwala so ye penio. Ubenya wo die wo. What you say? Oya ade oman ni beje. Onya ade a ede oman no ebekọ oya wo. What you say? Sa papa we yenya ne seso da wo. Yenya ne seso da.
All right. Obecha, so body mummy. As you can see, that is the parade and then the movement that at a point in time as Rollins was about to be laid at rest, the people that were surrounded at Independence Square and how they paid their last respect to them. You get me? It shows how legend this man is. It shows that this man indeed has a history. Julius, let me come to you. I mean, looking at this tweets from these prominent people across the world, what signal does it give you about Rollins?
You know what? There are guys have a saying, it means the soul doesn't testify about itself. Like she said, many a times we hear people with all this negativity about the man.
That's right.
But today, after his death, we are getting legends, not only from Ghana, not only from Africa, like he said, the Queen himself, the Queen herself has tweeted, the Prince has tweeted, what's the name, Bill Clinton has tweeted, the former president of America, P.T. Edochie, a legendary from actor in Nigeria, who we all know is now a producer. That's his best friend. And he has also tweeted. It tells you the kind of person Rollins is. But what I said, you know what? In the year 1996, I was staying somewhere around the Iran clinic. That is some few meters from the circle overhead. It rained in, I think that was in the month of June. It rained and the whole of circle got flooded. Can you believe that the next day, all we could see is military men and NADMO are all over the flood. I mean, discovering taking people who are, being carried away by the water. And it was such a phone call. Everybody was like, hey, JJ. Because at that time, we don't even want to mention his name, Rollins. All you hear is JJ.
I mean, this was the man that, at a point in time, people used to call him Junior Jesus. And then this was a man that, I mean, whatever he does, he gets involved with the people.
See, he's not the boss type.
Yes.
Who will tell you, say, oh, Charlie, go and do this, go and do that. No.
That's right.
This is the man who went into the gutters of Nima, took a rake and clear everything. And what he says, he sees and hears people shouting at his name, JJ. Because let us not forget that even prior to his death, about a year or two ago, he was traveling to his hometown for the funeral.
That's right.
When he got to the way now, closer to Pram, there was this heavy and thick traffic. There were policemen around, but to me, this man has to come out of his car, as former president as he is, to come and direct the traffic. He has to allow some drivers to go back, and the others, Master, within 30 minutes, traffic was flowing, and people were like, "Hey, now former president, at least this is the work of a police, this is the work of MTTU." But he was like, "No, even if I'm a former president, I have to make sure there's law and order. This is the man we are talking about."
That's right.
It's always better to leave a positive mark and die than to live an aimless life.
That's right.
Even though people say, "Oh, you're wicked," or "you're this," or "you're this," and then they just sit and testify.
I mean, everybody has a bad side.
Yes, and that was what makes us humans.
Yes, but the fact that you have a bad side does not mean forever you are going to be bad forever. And talking about Rollins, he was one person that he's always with the people. He understands the feeling of the people, and he will always want to work for the people. I mean, for me personally, the little I know about him was that at the point that people hated him very, very well. But to my experience, I got to realize that he did what he did to help the people. He did what he did at the end to change mentality of Ghanaians. Because at the point in time, the only thing I can remember Rollins for is that at a point in time, you sit at your comfort of your area, thinking you do whatever you want, and he comes in to stop you. Yeah. Just like there were these markets that they all sell stuffs at different prices. Yeah. I mean, he went there, took all the ladies out, gave them lashes, and then told them that, look, this is the price you have to sell your goods. I mean, this is the president that we needed in Ghana. I don't know about you, but for me, I think there's no way Ghana.
And let us not forget, yesterday, even in the president's address, he made it clear, at a point in time, he doesn't have that cordial relationship with Rollins.
That's right.
Because you know what, in 1996, during the Kumiprekuwelo, some of us, we were very young. During the demonstration, we were running because they had to circle. It's a demonstration, that's right. And we were running. But I was very happy. So Admiti said, at a point in time, they don't see eye to eye. Or who said Jerry Ba or Rubefa said that Jerry Afasi. But he said, because of politics and after he became a president, they will say, after all, the man has experience. So he goes to win. Yeah. And they became more closer than ever. So what I said, so it tells you that even though he has his bad side, the president got closer to him and realized, hey, and they said that maybe that's not how he is. He's more like a brother to me now. So I think, like you said, he has his bad side, but Charlie, the funeral law tells you, his positives outweighs his bad.
Talking about the funeral, right? Yeah. As legend as this man is, do you think this is the best way that we could offer as a nation for Rollins?
I think the nation came together with the family to, build on a consensus what they can do to him. And I think where he was buried befits him as an ex-military man. Let us not forget that place, it belongs to the military legends and the other prominent people in society. That was the place our late friend Major Mama, who was buried because it belongs to the military. But this time around, he was taken to a presidential burial where I don't think it's closer to where Major Mama was buried there, but and Rollins has been given a befitting burial. That is 4 days, if I'm right. The president went there on the first day. He has to go there on the last day to pay his last respect. I think let us not forget that because of the COVID
Center to the Independence and then to the military cemetery. Looking at this whole process, do you think, as a legend as this man is, I mean, my member of Oba Chancellor, said they are money or a legend, I mean, not only for Ghana, but Africa as a whole, because there are people that, if they want to settle their disputes, even within the military sector, they come to him for advice. It means he's an icon for Africa. And then to lose an icon like this, and then I mean this do you Chidi say we need the best way a year to me I am running sana.
Bema, a free in Shisha, Messi, I didn't tune him one for share. So that is the process of Rollins still ongoing on your screen. That is the whole process that went on yesterday at the Black Star Square. We'll still be getting on the line to talk to one or two people, and then for them to share their ideas about what they remember about Rollins and what they know about Rollins. And so very soon my producers will get in touch with one or two people, and then we talk to them about what they know about Rollins. Obecha, to us, Messi, I didn't tune him. Messi, your morning, no near dinner, AFA. Now, so a committee and can papi more, maybe a seal, auto or ye little for paper, but maybe a seal, maybe a seal. I was like a young man, something like a seal and a bear museum, bear parasites, and young Maya. Because this man, I am baby, who put it to be a persuaded.
Because or you'll be because at the point in time, people now before some people say do something before you die, something before you die. You get me? It means that this man, no Oyenipa Okunihu, he was service to the nation. Let me put it that way. Obecha, uji di say ono de wanya ne baby ko. Uji di say ye Rollins seso wo Ghana bi.
Na me dey kan catch o. Ye nya ne seso e wo Ghana ha no mu say da. Ye nya Rollins ne seso e wo Ghana ha no mu say kwan bia so. Ye nya ne seso. E bia de se bia me na mba ba wo no. E na e benya ne seso a. What you say?
Well, oh, man, we are
that me won we.
Oh, okay.
I can be 16 and mess work.
Hey.
Yeah, I come in by 16 and mess work. Me idiots.
Oh, say.
Me idiots. Or now what in it didn't know him no home.
To us, mommy.
It's in one. Yen yan says so. Quite Pia, yen yan says so that. Because some papa wear your papa Pia. The nimini nechi. Ghana anu say mpenifoɔ ne nyinaa mpenifoɔ more power say sia ne mpo ye nya ne seso mpenifoɔ obi a ka say na me de mo de me toto na aka me de aka me yɛsɛn no but hu ne yehu na da bi ɔboa ye nya ne seso be biara da
ye nya ne seso be biara da. Julius, do you think that let me put it this way,
Okay.
do you have a little history about June 4th? Unim June 4th ni esi ye pa.
Unfortunately, I wasn't born in 79.
I believe so by then,
Yes.
but history, of
Yeah,
course,
but
history
we know
tells
the
us.
history
I mean, let the
was
blood
in
flow,
the
and yes.
Yeah, but let the blood flow has to do with, I mean, taking out the witchy
Go
cancer
out
so that-
exactly.
Yeah, by the end of the day, I think say, this particular year, one thing we should ask ourselves is this June 4, why did the Ekasawasi? This is the man who has been doing it over the years. Now the man is gone. So the question is, who takes over? With the daughter or Zenator? I don't think so. So, but I think with respect to June 4th, normally I didn't come to hear much about it. So I reserve that question.
Okay, since you didn't hear much about it, I don't think we can. But I mean, briefly, this was an area that I mean, he was just killing top military officers in the country, and that is what we call them. Let the blood flow. You could see that immediately you misbehave.
For a purpose.
Of course,
Yes.
there was always a purpose. I mean, at a point in time, he took over as a military man because he wanted certain standard for the people. Now he went in and then got to know that okay, at this standard, I think I am okay. And then came back as a military man again. Then at a point in time, he realized that no, what he left wasn't what the people were doing. And so he has to come in again. And so that was when he came in and then decided that, okay, then I'm going to take over forever. So he was there, and then the people were like, okay, we need democracy, we need to change and stuff. You get me? And so I believe that we still need to appreciate this man. We still need to appreciate this man as a country. But before we continue, right, we will go and then watch the video about what happened, and then to all those histories and to the funeral aspect as well.
Okay.
So let's go and then watch
very much
the
interested in
video.
the funeral aspect.
Yes.
The benediction. Before you, our president and the entire nation, as we go through bereavement, encourage and strengthen us.
The
closure of 73 years, because after a few hours, when the casket is put in the belly of the earth, it means that he has finished his 73 years, and now the journey is up to his, from here to his maker.
And then we have the firing party. They are also taking their position at the cemetery. They'll be firing the volleys, the 3 volleys. So they are taking their position, and if you see that they have reversed the weapon. Normally we carry the weapon properly to fight, but we are mourning, so the weapon has been reversed. A sign of no. We have the president's special representative. Then we have mourners in uniform in order of seniority. Then mourners not in uniform. Then the rest, and then we have the rear detachment as well as the motor cars. This is to ensure that every mourner knows where he or she through 37 to Bema Camp Road, Mahama Road, and then both the men and the women playing their complementary roles in the Ghana Armed Forces.
So I'm just curious though, how often is it that officers of this high rank get to march? You know, it's a lieutenant, brigadier generals marching. It's not a rare. It's not a common occurrence, is it?
It's not a common occurrence, because I think it's the second time we are losing a commander in chief.
Indeed.
So it doesn't often happen.
Indeed.
Because where they have gotten to,
They don't march.
They don't.
Yeah.
They may, under some circumstances, maybe when there's a national parade, they may. But it's not something they do routinely.
Indeed.
From a brigadier general, no. So this is an exceptional occasion.
Of course. And I see the flags are all at half-mast for today. Yeah.
And that is a mark of mourning, state mourning or national mourning. So we are all in a state of mourning. And that is a street lining or route lining. So the personnel are all in a solemn mood. The
Okay.
weapons stand downwards with their hands on it and their face downwards. They are all mourning. That is what is.
And so you can misbehave. He says, at that point, we can say that the country Ghana has a brighter future. He made an invaluable contribution to the creation of the current constitution and returning Ghana to democracy in 1992. I wish to convey my condolences to his family and to the people of Ghana. This is from Queen Elizabeth. And this one is from Prince Charles. This is a tribute from Prince Charles. My wife and I were very sad to learn of the death of His Excellency, former President Jerry John Rawlings. Knowing what a towering figure former President Rawlings was in Ghanaian public life, and now greatly he was respected for laying the foundation for Ghana's now proud democratic tradition. I can well imagine how keenly his loss will be felt by so many people. For my part, I have such special memories of having met former President Rawlings on my visits to Ghana, most recently in 2018, when he had the opportunity to recall fondly how, in 1977, he was a young Flight Lieutenant Rawlings of the Ghana Armed Force, who escorted my aeroplane as I landed in Ghana for the first time. As Ghana mourns the passing of former President Rawlings, my wife joins me in sending our heartfelt condolences to his family, to yourself, and to all the people of Ghana. This is from Prince Charles. He is recognized, and he almost all words
Give him arms.
About to begin the blessing of the grave. It's the first part of the program, the blessing of the grave, which is about to start shortly.
the burial of former President Jerry John Rawlings. The casket is ready to be lowered into the grave. Flowers is picked up. And the music playing in the background is Toll for the Brave. It's a tune, a march written by George Frederick Handel.
Yeah, and the sword that was placed on it and to be handed over to the family.
To the family.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not folded like the way we fold our big loss in
Not
the
at
house.
all. That's a special way of holding it. Now we have experts who train on how to fold it.
Former President Jerry John Rawlings, the casket carrying his remains lowered into the grave, and from here there would be the prayers, and then said from dust to dust. First Lady in their shorts, quietly seated
Because
at
God
the funeral, the burial of
Because God has chosen to call our brother, His Excellency Jerry John Rawlings, from this life to himself, we commit his body to the earth.
A field marshal.
God of holiness and power, accept our
So let me read about. Looking at 21. The 21 guard salute is a commonly recognized in the customary of gun salutes and is performed by firing artillery like we are doing here or cannons from a naval ship. It has a long history, but permit me to say that it decreases depending on the status of the person. The president has 21, the vice president is entitled to 19, and it decreases in that order. A field marshal in the armed forces also has 19. Then a general has 17, a lieutenant general has 15, and now once again we have the helicopter flying by, and it's under the command of Squadron Leader Mustafa, assisted by Flight Lieutenant Nyako Mensah.
The last pose, synchronizing with Abide with me.
The vice president is entitled to 19.
Indeed, dust we came from, and surely, surely we will go back to dust. It is very sad, but I mean, what can we say? And the Lord knows best. Julius, quickly, I mean, let's discuss. There's one scene that I saw. At a point in time, there was this young guy who was running after the corpse for a very long time. I think right from the Independence Square to 37, and it was amazing. It was amazing how come this guy was, I mean, following the corpse to that extent. I think he followed from Flagstaff House to the cemetery, and I mean from the Flagstaff House right to 37 to the Ewak route to to Bema Camp, running, and you could see that. I mean, this guy was very serious. I mean, what could make one person do such a thing? Quickly.
Yeah, it's about passion, it's about history. You look at the guy, he's so young to the extent that I don't believe he came to meet the era of Rollins. That is from 92 to 2000. I don't, because he's a very young child. And he has come to read about who Rollins is, his tenure of office, how he ruled. And these are the people. It's like he knows about Rollins, he knows about Mandela, he knows about Roberto Mugabe and co.
Right.
But he can't see them, he can't meet them. But this is Rollins in Ghana, who he can always see. Sometimes Rollins will come in the newspapers, he knows. I mean, he was following out of passion. So what he has said, no, I'm telling you one time, I want to. And I'm so happy the police or the securities did not stop him, but they allowed him to follow, because it's like, though the man is gone, the passion and the love for the man is still there.
I mean, we could still witness from the street that all the, what do we call it, people by the roadside were just saluting Rolex. I mean, they are not military men, but they keep saluting him as the corp moves. Could that be a sign of respect or a sign of legacy left behind?
Yeah, I would say it's a very deep sign of respect and a sign of legacy because, you know, Rollins is not the type of man when he gets to, I mean, a place of crowded area where he'll be shaking hands. No. He's the type because of.
You could see the number of people by the roadside
Yes.
waiting for the cop alone.
Yeah, they just want to have a view because this is a legend though. And you know what, like I was saying, Rollins doesn't shake hands more often. He's the type, pa chabo salute. Pa, and that's what they were doing to him because Manyene na this is the time he's going to be buried to the grave. And I'll not see him again. So let me give him my last respect.
I mean, I'm still trying to figure out at the point where there was this guy running after. Even aside the guy, there was another man on a bike as well.
Oh yes.
Riding and then following the cop. I mean, this is history. This is history, and it tells you the good works that Rollins.
And I think if the guy has a relative who is having a footage of this, I think they should give it to the guy on the free gift. At the end of the day, you sit with his children and grandchildren. Charlie, I came to meet the death of Rollins. You can see me following the course.
Okay, so that is the guy running, following the course, and you could see. Look at him from the other side.
But I think this guy can run for Ghana.
Yes. Yes.
Oh yes.
Right from Flagstaff House.
I'm telling you.
37.
Because the security, they are on motorbikes. So. But
Yes.
look at this guy.
And even the security personnel on motorbikes at the point in time were tired. They
Oh,
had
yes.
to stand up and do it. But this guy was a guy who kept running.
I think the sports minister have to, discover this guy.
Look, you could see the motorbike rider who
Yes.
was even tired. But this guy was running even fast ahead of the motor rider.
Ah.
I mean, this is yes. Quickly, Julius, let's move on. I mean, coming back to the family as well. I mean, very, very interesting.
Wow, I love it.
Coming back to the family, I mean, Obecha, you do baby no, na Ajiman Kunadu, or so me my ye, na osun I believe say producer the video the better so am I, osun me my ye, osun na osu say oba ni kunu betina for almost about 30 years. Now within some few days, we are now few weeks. I mean, saying a feeling it here.
When you say, oh, won't be for a few days. Oh, won't be for no quantity. Eh, yeah. Ah, when you be at your door, Madame Pacrosso, Muye be ya. What I say, not that pay or die one, sorry. Oh, what that, one I'll bet that. Dia akaone ni ye nyina afia be boss. Ya o. Ya. Iti we no obe dada. O dwen se one ne beko. Menu beko ye se dada ifuno. What ya say? Iti no we dia ya dema. Ya. Me ne krampa anka me ya sensa.
I believe my producer will still try and then put that on the screen for my viewers and Ajiman Kunadu. I mean, Julius, Ajiman Kunadu, at a point in time, she couldn't hold her tears. She was just crying all over. I mean, losing a man like that. She's been with a man for almost a long period. And then during a certain time, the man is nowhere to be found. Till the end of her life as well. Till the end of her life as well. She's nowhere to be found. But before that, well, let's go and then watch the video as to how Ajiman Kunadu reacted.
Thank you.
children were moved, and then were moved with the band to go and then go watch their father. I mean, pay last respect to their father. And then at a point in time, the wife, I mean, burst into tears that she couldn't control herself. It's a very sad moment. I mean, to live with a man in your life and then you will never see him again with the inspirations, with the advice and everything to the rest of your life. It is very sad. Very, very sad. I mean, this is a moment that people take it hard to endure it, because it is going to take them a pain of their lifetime. And Obecha, Mami Emel, so I mean, Osha said ya Mami Ajima Kunedu Opai Sumuna Oyen Hushia Enye Uyoba Saina Atin Kanoti.
Bra, ya. Me Canada. Me tell me Kamisubi. Ya, papa. Obi a wona netse. Unka de nyina. Wasfe so wo mo enkomo na matena. Nkokora brem. No wakọ ejao. Anisa na mokan yana. Busi owo mo enkomo. Enti dey nti na wokọ eja me endede. Enti e wo anka ba enede. Yesu arahwo ompa no otu nsase ya na ho anyunyu se bibi na oni ne ye boma bon se akwaya ankonam adwuma nkoa Matiasi we dey mean to make an because me hwe akra ho
Julius, looking at the extent that this woman has lived with Rollins, I mean, for how long they've lived together, and they've shared life experience together. For now, he's not going to be with her for the rest of their life. You get me? And he say, I said, for Jack Mark be a woman no abrabo, and as at this time, woman no cannot believe the fact that I mean, how is this feeling like? Say, for the rest of your life.
I think, sir, let me confess on this show, sir, Enra, as late as 10 p.m., economic share recap of the whole thing. I ended up crying. No. Now, when you read the Bible book of John chapter 11, the Bible says even though Lazarus wasn't part of Jesus' disciples, but when Lazarus died, Jesus cried. But no one can see for who. But here is somebody like my sister said. He has been your best friend. He has been your walking stick. Baby, your husband. And pass all too, so not that way. Like my sister said. For the rest of your life, you not see him again. Menana. I never came you.
Those are the amazing moments.
I'm telling you.
Rollins and Ajima Kunedu, how they dance together.
They dance
when
to
they go
entertain.
to occasions.
So what I said, all those things, ask yourself, if there's an invite today, whom are you going with? Whom are you going to dance with? Sure, when the person is dead, sometimes when you receive the news, you take it as, oh, I don't believe it, until you see the person lying down in state. And that was why I wasn't surprised that she was crying when the body was, in state. Because it could be, he said, throughout the on the same day, he has traveled.
Until she saw
the husband.
Is it true that indeed went out that way?
It's like only God knows what was going through the woman. Because at the end of the day, even the children, if it's some more, they are fresh, they are young, and they should be more matured enough to even console her. We saw what Amina did when she was reading the tribute. Onukrapo break down in tears. And it tells you the great Iroko tree that they have lost in their family.
That's right.
So I think that Ghanaians, all of us should, pray for her. Strength to carry on because it's not easy. It's not easy at all. And I would not envy her to be in her shoes right now. Not at all. Because today, as the funeral rite is going on, people will come, oh, Charlie, it is well, it is well.
Yeah.
And right after the burial, everybody goes back to wherever he or she is coming from. It will be left with you alone. And then, oh, what for that? I find it so long. Maybe nowhere to be found. So I think we will pray that the Lord Himself should strengthen her.
All right, quickly, let's jump into this one. I mean, there was an issue that came up that Rollins family were not invited properly to the funeral of the late Jerry John Rollins. I see it to be alleged, but in some cases there have been press release that indeed they were not informed. But do you think it's possible that the state can go ahead with the funeral rites without the family being informed?
You know what? The account service says, I'm married to Tunasi. You know what? Let us not forget the fact that Rollins is not just a president of Ghana. He's a chief from where he's coming from. He's an institute chief. And we know that in Ghana here, if a king dies, you don't announce it immediately. There are certain protocols involved. These elders must come into, recognition of the fact, say, hey, Charlie, we have lost a great man in the, before they announce it. But when Rollins died, on that day we heard it from the social media, and we are told that even the families, they were called, said this is what is going on social media. So they have to call respective elders and leaders to confirm. And indeed, when they called friends, they called loved ones, they called politicians who are closer to him, they were able to confirm, say, yes, the man is gone. And they were like, how? That is not how our culture, demands. As per our culture, he's a king. If he has died, at least officially, we should be informed. And yes, social media now, internet sooner, we'll get access to it. No. So it's like, I think, the way communication went was very bad concerning the family and your friends and government. I think they didn't do it the right way because, like I was saying, aside that, we are told, even the Volta Regional House of Chiefs were not informed.
They were, yes.
So they have also come out with a release. Say, why should one of our own die and we are not consulted as to how the burial will take place and this and that? And as I speak to you, the Volta Regional Caucuses, some are even accusing the wife. So why should an elder man die and the funeral is more or less like an Akan funeral? Which is very bad because I don't think, an Akan man will die in Ashanti region or let's say closer to the Menchia Palace. It is not done anyway. So at least we know traditions. We know we have cultures in Ghana. Let us respect traditions. A woman or a president is an icon, is an African legend. But he was born into a family. So we have to recognize them. So I think right after the death, the party, the government, and the family should come together. Say, okay, we all own him. So in this case, what is the way forward? Let us not forget, the funeral was even supposed to come on in December. But because of this petty misunderstanding here and there, it was postponed. And even that postponement, the family says they are not aware. So yesterday, even your friends at the hometown, the whole place was very quiet. Everybody was like, as if nothing is going on. I was watching from a sister station now. The place, the house Jerry was coming from, there is not even a single obituary or a banner to show, an Iroko, a legend, a king, a former president of the republic has passed on. And it's very sad. Do you know the picture I saw? I rather saw Madam Victoria banner, very big one. His mother who just passed on Sophie. I saw Madam Victoria's banner rather, and I was like, wow.
How possible?
How possible? Meanwhile, we are dealing with a former president of the republic. That's the way we are. If he's not even coming from that town, at least he has reigned for all over the country before. So at least there's a obituary in Amunia. You need a picture be a better or say this, all because there's a misunderstanding between the government and the families. So please, we are begging them. The man, whether they like it or not, the man is dead and gone. I'm only appealing, say the government should come into a consultation with the family. Because on them, let us respect our culture one more time. When Jerry was alive, I was told, say, they wanted to name him after a certain university. So what I said. And on 2 occasions they approached him. He said no. Really. He wouldn't like it.
I mean, before that, there was an issue when they said that University of I think UDS, yes. They wanted to name UDS after Rawlings, and then MPP intervened that they wouldn't understand and stuff. So Rawlings came out to say that, okay, then I wouldn't want to be named after any maybe government institution or any of that sort. Then comes my question again. This is not political, but why then after death we have decided to name him on?
And that is why I'm saying that we are being hypocritical in this country. That was what the person said before he died. I don't want to be named after this school. And no, we are going to name you after the school. I mean, it doesn't make sense. So what else? It doesn't make sense. The man is dead and gone. While he was alive, he said, I don't want to be named after the school. And first, say, and then she did not.
And now officially, I mean, he's been named to that university now. Officially, he's been named. Once he has been said by the president, it means officially he's been named. You understand? Obecha, my member, Obecha, Mr. Abutre. Yeah, but so Muka Kramai, why? So Muna Ashafo to me yamu say I mean experience say we your bar oti said ya when you be go on na unhuni bi ma say oti ase but so shedding kakama obacha yes an kohwe ahabiem from nowhere oba bi so be pie say ono na first daughter of Rawlings na ono na Rawlings dey kan wo no ama ono dey an interview ni history ni na keka ho nyina ojidi say Sabri na ye be see Rawlings na ye mira nka wo say oba out eba be ka say on the first daughter na say e ya dey nka wo so ye dey da. You get me? But before that we have the video, and so we will be putting the video on the screen very shortly for you to know what we are talking about. I mean, a daughter who claims to be the first daughter of Rawlings, and there's been so many controversies about she wanted to see Rawlings, then military guards prevented her from doing all those things. We will go watch the video, but over time I'm here to also say oh papa obi animu wo baby a ye dey nim say ne marry nine pe na afi wewu na ye be sie no na o ba say o papa o dey say
Dedi kai obehwa oba no ne kasemu no na ose mame dokono ena eka kire ne se otua ne ka se mo onye de mo nkasa enti e so otumu se empenifo ne bi wo ho a omunim sa mame no what you say na dey nti na me papa me there's no way
all right obecha so podium mommy let's go and then watch the video quickly. When we come back, we will continue. she came to pay her last tribute to the father. And as you saw in the video, she was prevented actually from the military man, a couple of military men entering, and you could see that it's very bad. As to whether indeed she's the first daughter, we can't tell, but I believe that to every rumor there's an altar of truth, and so she can't just come up and say that I am the daughter whilst there's no truth in it. We will also be following this issue and then know more and then bring you more insight about as to if indeed she's the daughter of Rollins as she claims. Obecha, I say ne papa na last minute waba say ne papa be claim this one the first daughter. Would you say this is the right time?
This is not the right time. This is not the right time. What you say? But me say ne komodie ni mo no o ka say mame dokono e ma ni sika kakra de born na no. Ghanaians, sometimes we are hypocrites. Some of us, we are hypocrites. Yepiskent ni ma sika kakra no krebu wo na wo say ye ka ni emu aya no. Etu ogidi say onim sanka ne papa no bewu a anka say sika na anka ye ma no no akem sanka on jimpo anka beba no aba beka but say we diska na wie nipa na ewu afian so ba be claim why na beke bi ama why e na eba beke bi ama enipa yi on ni anu a say odbeji no ho ano e na wo claim say e ye wo papa what you say eti me eye me na kakra de emo ebia na no krebom because wo hwe na o say ne papa no what you say Mr. Kingsley Crampo o say no me wi a me yan hwehwe mu what you say
Mr. Kingsley there on say
no me so see ya kokko
dey on any be but on say no
o say no ne ka sem kra kire
oh me see Mr. Kingsley brand bring picture
it says ne kokra bring ni
what dey mean cars am obacha o dey
ye wi obachi we kire ho it's a bear what you say a bear pa and I don't think this is the right time even obey sample wakọ betumi akọ akohu no wenhu na ana kebe ya wontumi ni na anye de ending kra. You've been able to see him, paid your last respect to him. All that you have to do is say Kofi after a year no na wo bekwa na oni ebusuafo na akotena ase na oni omo akasa na fe omo say eh
mu bi wo ho a
ya ni you follow up ni o say o ayampa say na JJ obo baby wo baby or baby yesi say any property mpo na wo pa say si ehun say
o ka busua no
some respect na yet beden yet be ma but the oba wo ba be ye wahia se ni ade enim guase krapo de ma wo papa na wo claim no say ya wo papa na enim guase de ma wo papa no ni funu no na wo emu so so ye enim guase de ade ma
Mr. Julius about this woman she says she's what something Rollins. I don't really recall. Do you think this is the right time for her to come in the scene to be claiming first daughter?
Very, very bad. Very, very bad.
good.
I mean, quickly, 2 minutes.
You know what? At the end of the day, ask yourself, where have you been all this while? Just recently, Rollins lost the mother.
That's right.
And right during the funeral, Rollins was asked to present the family. Send the money by Minana was there and the other children, the Zinatos, Mina and the Coos.
That's right.
Where were you?
According to an interview, she was like, okay, so she went to the funeral of the grandmother. She saw Rollins, but the Rollins family wanted to present her to Rollins, but at the point in time, she said no.
Why?
She wanted to wait till the right time.
And do you think this is the right time?
Herself, you'll get me. And the right time couldn't come. He's now dead. And even as at the time that we lost him, I mean, there was about a month or more period that you could even go see families and settle the issue. Why now that he's being laid in state that you would have to be claiming that my father?
that was where I was coming to. At the end of the day, you have all these years to come out. Even after he was, even after he left power, you could come out and tell us, oh, you are another daughter of your friend, say Rollins. But we didn't hear anything. For the past 20 years of free power, and then now you are coming out from nowhere. Though she resembles him, she talks like him, but at the end of the day, who is there to testify? Fine, you can mention names, but at the end of the day, Nipa no boni do about confirm. No. Because my doctor will not waste her time to come and confirm this. Because whether she comes to confirm or deny, the person is dead and gone. He has been buried. It will not change anything. Yeah, so I want to believe, say, maybe she might have a case, but more than way of handling her case will makes it worse. I don't think she's the rightful child of Rollins. I don't want to believe.
Okay, so Julius says that he doesn't think she's the rightful daughter of Rollins. You know what? This issue is becoming funny because there's another man who has also popped up to also be the first son of Rollins as well. We'll be going for a quick break. When we come back, we'll be discussing that as well. Stay with us. Break, you're still watching Premium Express right here on Premium TV. I mean, sometimes we even though we are in a sad moment, but we've got to enjoy a bit. I mean, after that, there's still more sleep after that. And so, well, even though we are still in the morning period, but we still have the right to smile. I mean, he's gone, we still have life. But interestingly, one person has also popped up in the Bunu region, that is Sunyani, to claim that he's the first son of Rollins actually. And so the lady claiming that she's the first daughter should even go and then sleep somewhere. He is the actual son of Rollins, and according to so many insights. Very funny. I mean, this thing popping up after a legend like this funeral. This is very bad, but I mean, funny stuff will surely come. You will experience. I mean, this is not going to be the first time. It will still pop up. And this is a warning to, I mean, we the guys out there that we have decided everywhere we go, every time, anyway, it's a legend. I won't continue about that. Julius, we are men, you get me. Now that the man is dead, children are beginning to pop up from different angles, claiming to be first daughter, first son, and stuff. What do you think about this issue as at now that we are in mourning state like this?
Yeah, I think so. It's not only a legend in politics; it's a legend in everything.
Yes,
okay, but I would like to disagree with you with respect to guys going out here and there, because you are being unfair to the guys.
No, I mean, Julius, let me come in here. If not for the fact that he's been giving birth outside marriage, I mean, we wouldn't have been experiencing this. And you could see that these people I'm talking about are people that looks like Rollins, no doubt. it means that man, no any.
A photocopy is not the same as the original copy. We might meet somebody along the way who looks like you. So don't say that because we are guys, we go out.
But they've all come out to claim that.
Let me remind you a bit. Just recently, Ghana lost a musician by name Dasibere Jamina.
Yeah.
Right after his death, ladies pop up, say I have children with him. I have children. Just last year, we lost another musician, Kofi B. Also, we have na manaba, menene waba, menene what this. So you have to tell the ladies say they should stop that.
No, it is not the ladies actually. It is the guys who go around doing that.
Which guys? We are talking about a former president of the land.
Let's move the man being a president aside.
Yes.
I mean, irrespective of anything, you go give birth here, you go give birth here, you go give birth here, you go.
No. You know what? There was a musician in Ghana. He's late now. His name was Terrible Chaka.
That's right.
When he died, there's an event which was organized. That is 2001, 2002. Terrible Chaka look alike. If you look at the number of people who came to perform or the way they dress, and they look exactly like him. So it doesn't mean say from nowhere somebody pop up.
This is not look alike issue. Producer, the video is available. Let's play the video and then see how they talk, their actions, and even I don't know how to put it. Looks exactly like Rollins. For me, no two.
Na fe ye hu de ko ene de ba. So ati ase. Menche ho kra no ma memma menua hani no akwaba. Eja me pacho memma wakwaba e de aba o me nta TV so.
Yo me da wase ni ntra ba chia me. Da wase. So me ma wakwaba.
Yo me je so. Na pacho wudin e de sen.
Pacho ya from ya kwasi ado.
Akwasi
ado.
Akwasi ado.
Okay. My brother did the Akwasi George.
Akwasi John. George. Instead of Akwasi George. You. Wada roma ya no ama woni so kakra ma me.
Okay.
Yenko wo de yenko. Yemonko mo na yenko. Enne kure mi no ne beda ha ye beji ani papa. Owura bacho enya manisa wo. Ye wo wo kuru ben so.
Bacho ye wo mo kumase. Na mama na ono Sergeant Bawa so gele penny na tino en me he no nkura ni re nkura ndi
o beti woni no nkomo se do pebia na ma me ne Sergeant Bawa ne ti me no ni bi ko nti o me wore
ndi no ye ma me ne me ma me no so no santini to be fa ma me firi kumase no de ne kwa akra ndi o muku Sergeant Bawa no ron star muku be Sergeant Bawa no na mama no mama lole fe na mama nyeme sa tam so na mama so ros ba wonti no da ndi aba so na nyin se mba mu no na mama no ma lole fe na wodwane ba kumase kumase na wo mu me
ya wo kumase na wo mama de nyin se no firi ne ba
o de fra kra ho
oh okay what the yanko ye bonko mo na ye tukuri monteze abuzafo me ka wo say me won kranza nkwa ben live
o akra ho
me won kranza nkwa ben live e na maba no na asema mi bi sa akra na me say wo hwiresi mu na edawudin so ye say ye kwekura amanfo e ka jijiba obi ehu a wo si jijiba na me pacho wo de nya motere na yima no ye wo mfie be mu ye wo mfie be
ye wo me 71
1971 ntuke kamboma
na Rollins be di ade
ye wo 71 and 79 Rollins be di ade that is Rollins be di ade na wo mfie nwotwe okay
now 8 years
now 8 years okay ye nhwe ni say yo wo ankasa no we are there ni hu say o papa any Rollins
pacho me ma me kan ansa na wo
okay
me ma me kan
ansa na wo
so me ma me kwatra French to be na mani Africa kra na me bisa ansa na me papa no wan
na che say wo kura no na wo nhye da ni mo papa
dabi
okay
and some papa no di present
oh okay Okay, I hear you say. What a 2 1 fear free mass is 1 fear bear saying.
Say me to me free more. Say me father me will bear 50.
Oh, 50.
So 71 they want to check here.
Now, you can say you. Time now, oh, mammy, a catcher was a one Rollins and a woman. Now, Sabre, oh, mammy, say Rollins and my what toss was saying.
No, sir, Ross, no young boy. No, sir, young boy. No young boy.
Okay.
No young one, a fair credit card, so that I will go water. Mamma.
Okay. Na o ma me say Rollins nyanwe nti say umetie wo kasa mu dia wo pese wo kire say woni Rollins ne bapani ana
straight
ha
ai straight man bia no ne nkran bia no a wosen ajawe ne boafo ya
okay nti yɛmfa ne sei woti yɛyie wo maame baeɛ no ɔbɛka nɔkorɛ kyerɛ wo sɛ wo papa na ɛyɛ Rollins na wo maame ɛbɛka nɔkorɛ kyerɛ wo no Rollins wahu wo da anaasɛ wohu wo da ansa
wohu me da ɔno ankasa koraa no obɛdi adeɛ no ɔmo so ɔkaa sɛ ne bɛbi wɔ nkranzama no.
Okay, in history there you say about papers mu nyina am I the mfoni to ho e the Rollins mfoni to ho na wonne papa Rollins wo say your papa ya tifri tete ya wo aso de wanu mutu wonne papa ahia se da
dabi nnin hia da
okay if I say Sir Rollins, not baby.
That is the video that I mean, this is very funny. Somebody you haven't even met this man before. Your mom told you that Papa ni president, you know. It could even be a joke that me Papa went here, Papa ni president, you know. And then you take it, walk up and be claiming you are the first son. Hey. Anyway, that is kind of real. Obecha. Bema swabo, or see, no, they are Rollins.
They say they are jeans. And the Rollins, no bonny shubom.
Quick one, 1 minute.
Oh, bonny shupa, no bo juma, password grow, no yard. Once or no more offense in Banner Chairman. In Tebem say, Nkolani bin a heading, as a seno. And no more casse. Amo papa no. And I say, Mad, won't say my casa. If you be to me, I can say, oh, papa, no, in the past, Miss your papa, I'll say me tea. There's no way I met to me, I can by say, oh, sell away, into a panel away. What you say? Pedian won't fet, to say, Van Vic, come on. John Domelo, Mama, Namka Crowmo, Marcus say, it's you know, a crown done it to him. Or Benjamin, no, say, maybe I'm meant to me, and I say,
which more, or my main, I said, I can be big case, say, oh, let me come to you, Julius. I mean, another man also coming to say that I am the first son. Do you think it's possible? I don't get it.
I'm very sad, sir. For about 50 years.
30 seconds, quick one.
Yeah, about 50 years. You couldn't make any efforts to trace your own father. Until so we now be out of the way. Let me say, Jerry man or Mumu na papa your son. Excuse me to say this. The man looks more or less like a drunkard. See what I say? I'm very sorry to say this. He's more or less like said will be a wakofa blue kiosk biaba. And I mean how? 50 years. What me make effort? We also won't need that. And they said Jerry Bear campaign for your friends NDC platforms who Kumasi up. Want me continue open gas and let them who me papa. Come on, we are not kids. Uncle Winchester Sunday School children.
All right, Uncle Winchester Sunday School children. We will be diving deep into this issue from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. today as we discuss on the state of the nation, because of course you see this is how the state is going now. The rate at which a statement like this, people come to be saying I am the son, I am this, I am that. But at a point in time, there will be a truth in this whole thing. And so today from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. we'll be discussing these issues. And so If you want to dive more into this issue, you have to stick and stay 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. It's going to be a hot debate, trust me, and at the end of the day, we'll come into a conclusion. This is where time will permit us to be. The Lord has been good to us, and our time is fast spent. And so, until we meet again, next week, Monday, we'll be here to bring you nothing but the best. Stick and stay. Goodbye.
Yeah. To say that authorities we cited did not include something on review. Furthermore, we demonstrated that on this particular aspect, the exercise of the review jurisdiction cannot be any different from the provisions regarding an appeal in this particular aspect. That is all.
Please, you rise and consider.
All right.